Hi guys, hope everyone's well. Today we're going to be having a look at Talisman 3rd edition by Games Workshop. This is a game, I remember when it came out, around sort of, was it mid-90s or was it not 94? I think this game was released. I remember seeing it in the White Dwarf magazines, not a game I owned originally. This is a copy I picked up on eBay. Oh, probably had this now for almost 10 years. I think I got this. But it's a really good game. Really easy game to sort of sit down and play. If there's a group of you, you can sit down and play this game, or even play it on your own. So yeah, let's have a look. So the first thing we'll look at is the board. So this is the Talisman board. One thing I do love about this board is like the artwork. That sort of late 80s, sort of 90s fantasy artwork that Games Workshop were using, and sort of other companies as well, Dungeons and Dragons and the like. I mean, you've got some really nice sort of detail on the pictures and the artwork. So yeah, it's like I said, pretty straightforward game. You start on the outer region, go around fighting monsters, collecting equipment or companions like followers, building up your strength, and you're making yourself stronger, going into the middle region, doing the same again, and finally you get to the center there, the Wizard's Tower. Look at that, that's an awesome picture of the Wizard's Tower. And then you beat the big boss and you've won the game. I think it's the is it the Crown of Command you win? Is like the goal in this game. So yeah, that's the board, and now we're going to have a look at the miniatures. And while we're looking at the miniatures, we'll also look at their cards at the same time. Because with Talisman, there was only 11 miniatures that came with the game, but they're really good miniatures. Sort of characters. If you're a big fan of, like, obviously Talisman, Hero Quest, or Warhammer Quest, or any sort of dungeon crawl adventure game, the miniatures in Talisman you could use in those games. And the first one we're going to start with is my favourite, is the Warrior. So this is what the character cards look like. You get a really good picture of your model painted there, your abilities, starting location, all their stats. So that's the Warrior, and here's the model. Very Conan-esque looking dude, but here's my favourites. And then the next one is my son's favourite character to play, is the Wood Elf. There he is. Again, all his abilities. And the Wood Elf. There he is. I don't know what it is about the sort of the models from the 90s, the Games Workshop Citadel miniatures. They're definitely my favourite era of games, the miniatures and models. Here's the Ranger. Another cool character. One that I quite like playing as well. This model here. Love his crossbow. And the next one is a Minotaur. You've probably, if you excuse me, if you've seen my making of my own Warhammer Quest video, you've probably seen some of these models already. And the Minotaur is one that I'll be using when I'm playing Warhammer Quest until I actually find some more Minotaur models to go with my own Warhammer Quest. I will be using this guy. It's really cool. Next one is Skaven. I actually get to play Skaven in this game. And here's the model. There he is. Just one of the old generic Skaven warriors that came in the plastic sort of box set. But he's cool. Next one is a Swashbuckler. Like a pirate character. He's really cool to play. Something different as well if you wanted to use this model and a character in a different type of board game. Got him here. That's the Swashbuckler. A nice model. The next one is the Barbarian. Quite sort of similar looking to the Warrior, but a few obviously differences with the axe and the helmet and the armor. But he's really cool. And again, there's the Barbarian. Lovely detail on these models. Really cool. And the next one, another different character, the Knight Templar. Or you could just use him as a generic knight. He's a really cool character. Here he is. Lovely detail on his armour. I like the chainmail. Really cool. Next one, another unusual one to play, is the Goblin Fanatic. And here's the model. With a little bell on the end of his hat there. So that's the Goblin. And then the next one is the Dwarf Warrior. Like a basic dwarf model. Dwarf Warrior model. And here he is. This is another one of the models I'll be using in Warhammer Quest until I get my hands on the original Dwarf Warrior. He's pretty cool. And then the last one is another one of my son's favourites, because he loves to use spells, is the Wizard. Really cool wizard character. Love the miniature. Here we go. Yeah, so that's all the models, the miniatures and the adventure cards. Other little things, sort of bits you got with the game. As you can see on the character card, you get the gold token, the gold section, sorry. So you get little gold coins. Let's pop that down, see if we can get a proper. So yeah, it's got a little gold Games Workshop logo in the middle there. So they're the little gold coins you use in the game. And you get cards, lots of cards. I mean, I'll just show you here. That deck there is the adventure deck. So these are the cards you draw as you're going around the squares. So I mean, you get this. I mean, this guy here is a follow. He's oh no, this is a stranger. So like an encounter. Certain items you get, Holy Grail. There's a gargoyle monster, so you have to fight the monster. You both roll a dice and sort of add your strength to your dice roll, and whoever's got the highest wins. What else we got here? Magic Amulet. Here's the old classic broadsword, which most of the characters start with. And bow. Another monster, Banshee. I mean, the artwork on these cards is really, really cool. I love, look at that ogre. Oh, giant lizards. I mean, I could go, I won't go for all these cards, I just thought I'd show you. There's a serpent you can fight. Ah, here we go, here's a follower. So a bodyguard, someone that can fight for you and add strength to your attacks. So that's the adventure cards. And then you had equipment cards, or like purchase deck. So this was equipment, armor. You can see sort of water bottle there as well. You had the spell deck. Actually, I've just noticed on the side of the box there, look. So that's the decks you had. So you had your adventure deck, your purchase deck, which was equipment, spells, toads. You had toad cards if you got turned into a toad. You got the talisman card, which you need the talisman to get into the middle to the wizard's tower. And then when you get to the tower, you have to go through all the different, I think there's 5 tower cards. One of them is like a dragon king. You have to defeat them all in order. So if you're lucky enough, you could probably have like 2 bosses, and then the 3rd card you draw would be the Crown of Command, and you've won the game, and you don't even have to face the last 2 cards. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's an easy game to play. It's not difficult. You're just going around the board. I mean, you draw 1 adventure card. It could be a monster, you have to fight it. It could be a piece of equipment or a follower. You just build up, and then make your way into the middle. And then hopefully you're strong enough, and you've got enough strength or craft and that to win the game. The other things I thought I would show you, which came with the game when I brought it, was this Citadel Miniatures Painting Guide. I love it when you buy the board games and you get like these leaflets and little sort of magazines. I mean, just look at these. Love these miniatures. So yeah, and this is just a sort of basic sort of 90s painting guide. I mean, there's the old Citadel colours there, and then it sort of tells you all the other bits of equipment you'd need, like pliers and super glue and other tools. And it goes through step by step, sort of preparing the models, assembling them, then we're going into undercoat. Sort of taking you through step by step how to paint your model. Yeah, I mean, I love looking at these, especially because you get all these cool pictures of the finished product. I mean, look at that Empire Swordsman, Hulk Dwarf Ironbreaker there. Then we'll move over here. We've got an Empire Greatsword, High Elf Spearman. Yeah, and then there's a lovely picture on the back of like an Imperial army. On the advance, there's the steam tank, that classic steam tank, and then at the back there's the old war wagon. Yeah, I love looking at these. Love looking at these pictures. Oh, you even got some halflings there. Look at the back. So yeah, just thought you'd like to have a little look at that as well. So yeah, that's basically Talisman. It's a lovely game, very straightforward. Like I said, the one thing that drew me to Talisman was the miniatures. I just got them all bundled up there. It's because you've got a real mix of characters. Like you've got your bad guys you can play, your Skaven, your Minotaur, your Goblin Fanatic, and then picking through your heroes. I mean, yeah, really good game, really fun to play. Like I said, most of the time, if I say to my son, "What game do you fancy playing today?" he'll normally 9 times out of 10 say Talisman. So yeah, it's that's it basically. Just have a little look at all the components. Have a look at the miniatures if you've never seen it before. Just to sort of show you what's what, and hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And I think for my next videos I will actually start going through some of my old White Dwarf magazines, because I've got quite a few White Dwarfs built up in my collection now. I think my earliest one is issue 99, and then I've obviously got issue 100 of White Dwarf, which I've picked up. So yeah, I'm going to be going through some of those. Might do them in different groups, because some of my favourite White Dwarfs I like when Mordheim was released. So I've got all the White Dwarfs from when Mordheim first came out originally, so I'll probably put all them in a group and do a video about them. But hope you've enjoyed this little look at Talisman, and everybody stay safe out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.